This is the solution to x420. Okay. So for part A, the plot of y as f of x will be a line. So a line that has slope -7, and y-intercept 0, 5. So it's going to look like this. So here's the point 0, 5. And this line slopes down pretty quick. So like this. So that's a sloped line. This passes the horizontal line test, and therefore f is injective, and therefore f has a compositional inverse, because it's the injective functions that have compositional inverses. Alright, so part B, we can start out by writing y is 5 minus 7x, and now we want to solve for x. So this would be y minus 5 equals negative 7x. So then I could divide by -7, so y minus 5 over -7 is x. Now I can swap x's and y's to get x minus 5 over -7 is y, and therefore from this computation we're saying that the inverse function f inverse is x minus 5 over -7. So in some sense this f inverse, we've written f inverse, but at the present time is just an alleged compositional inverse. So in part C we want to show that we really did find it. So part C, I'll do f inverse composed with f first. So f inverse composed with f without the composition operator looks like this. So copying that formula, that would be slot minus 5 over -7. And then what gets written in the slot is f of x, so f of x alright, so then that will be slot, and then 5 minus 7x. Minus 5 over -7. So if we drop those square parentheses, then that's 5 minus 5, so the 5's cancel. So this would be -7x over -7. So that's just x. So that's good. So what we're saying is that this composed function, f inverse composed with f, you give it an x, and then it does nothing. The x comes right back out. So it's the identity function in that order. In the other order, so now f will happen last, and f inverse first. So writing this without the composition operator is like that. So now I'll write down f's formula. So that would be 5 minus 7 multiplied by slot. And then what gets written in the slot is f inverse. So now it will be 5 minus 7 multiplied by, copy that formula, x minus 5 over negative 7. Okay, so I can see that the negative 7s will cancel. So I got to be slightly careful there. So I'm going to, in fact, write this in 2 steps. So I'm going to say that this is 5 plus negative 7 multiplied by x minus 5 over negative 7, just adding some parentheses there to make sure that the cancellation is clear. That negative 7 cancels with that negative 7, so that the result is 5 plus x minus 5. Now dropping the square parentheses, the 5's cancel, and we get x. The fact that we get x, the identity function in both orders, tells us that yes, the f inverse that we wrote is the compositional inverse